Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Happy Hour. My name is Melody, mom of 4 in our blended family of 6. Today we are going to be taking a look at what the prisoner will be using for her 10th grade homeschool year. If you are new here, welcome. I have been homeschooling my children for 9 years. We are going into our 10th year of homeschool. We have 2 homeschoolers, 1 public schooler, and 1 kiddo that has graduated. Today specifically, I will be talking about the 3rd oldest. She is 13 years old and will be starting her 10th grade year this year. Before I continue, grades, and I'm talking about like 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade, not A, B, C, D. Grades are somewhat arbitrary when it comes to homeschooling. If you're wondering what grade your child should be in, I would encourage you less to think about how old they are or what they have done, and more about where are they at. The materials that they're working on, the work that they're doing, what grade level do you think that works with in relation to what will a college ask for if your child chooses that route. Now, perhaps college is not in your child's future, and I think that is okay too. Absolutely. However, as homeschoolers, I believe we should prepare our children to have the option of college, and the best way of doing that is to make sure that they're meeting all the requirements of a college institution. That is what I am basing the prisoner's grade levels on. When you hear me say she's in 10th grade, I'm really just using that loosely. Last year was her 9th grade year as homeschooling. She's actually the age of what would have been a 7th grader last year, and she is registered. We work with the school 8th grader so that she could participate in 8th grade sports, which is 1 year older than her same age peers. Now, we are partnering with the public school this following year. She said she wanted to try some public school classes, but in the public school, she'll be registered as a 9th grader so that she can do sports with the 9th graders. And she will be taking her math course there at an Algebra 1 level. She will also be taking 1 elective. We have not figured out what that elective is. The public school will not let us choose that or tell us what that will be until late August, like a week or 2 before school starts. So that's kind of a mystery for us, but I still wanted to get this video out to you. So math and 1 elective aside, as far as homeschooling is concerned, she's already earned 6.5 credits towards high school, which is about what a freshman will earn in the public school. So if she chooses to start like a community college program or something like that when she is done with high school, then she would be 16 essentially, and she'll have graduated from our homeschool and be able to go to high school. This is really the only reason that I keep grades. All that being said, let's take a quick look at what curriculum we have planned for the coming year. She will be continuing with French. We have the complete French vocabulary course. She's also doing Duolingo. You can see behind me, the complete French actually comes with multiple books. This is just one of them. I am hoping to do a little bit of traveling with her to somewhere where maybe we could practice French, where it's spoken natively. If you have any suggestions, let me know. We are currently looking into what our high school trip will be in our home. I've told the girls through high school that each year that they're in homeschool high school, we will take a trip of their choice somewhere so far as we are able. The next curriculum that I have is Lightning Literature, Shakespeare Tragedies. If you are not new to our channel and you have been following along, you'll say, but wait, Melody, that is what you guys used last year. And the answer is yes, it is what we planned to use last year. No, it is not what we ended up using last year. And this ended up being something she needed more help with. She needed more of a one-on-one time with. It wasn't really an option for a lot of independent work, which is fine. For that reason, we set it aside and we're picking it back up this year because she still wanted to do it. And now that everything has settled down in our lives, I will have the time to sit down, dedicate time to do this with her. Alongside the lightning literature, she will continue to work on composition. She's told me she wants to write a book, so she can write a book. So she's dedicated to writing a certain number of words every day towards her book. She's done a lot of planning on that. I'm really excited to see that progress, and I don't want to take away from her time and ability to work on that. The next curriculum that I have, again, you're gonna say, but Melody, you used this last year, and it's called The Story of Science, Newton at the Center. Yes, we used it last year. We got through about half the book. It's a pretty hefty book. We dig into a lot of other things as we're going along. It is science, but it's also history. It's a little bit of both. This year, I have decided to keep it simple. And so as part of keeping things simple, we're looking to see what do we have that we can use, that we enjoy using, that can help us move forward. And I have found that since this will be my 10th year, I've collected a lot of stuff over time. And I've actually only purchased one piece of curriculum for her this year, which I'm really excited about. I'll show you in a minute. But otherwise, we have everything we need. Next one is History of Us and Our Country's Presidents. Yes, we've been using this one, US history, for a long time. It has 11 books. And again, we use resources such as Crash Course alongside this book to dig deep. And some people might say, well, you're spending way too much time on US history. I just disagree. I feel like there's so much there. And in general, the citizens of the United States seem to be sorely uninformed and uneducated about our own country and its history. And it's important to me that my children are not a part of that. So I want them to know as much as possible about the history of the country that we live in. So we will continue with this. She, however, will be taking another step in US history since it is her 10th grade year. She's going to be studying to take her CLEP exam for US History 1. If you don't know what a CLEP exam is, it's basically a test that you can take that is a college level test. If you pass the test, you get a certain number of college credits depending on which course you're looking at. They have free lessons online, so she will be doing a little bit of online study to help prepare for that test. It is an inexpensive way to get college credits. It is a really useful way for homeschoolers to show where they're at academically in case you come up against a school that doesn't want to accept your homeschool transcripts just for what they are, because they are almost, I was going to say universally accepted. I don't know about that. But they are accepted at most colleges and universities in the United States. So it really diminishes our need to have to fight that battle later. And any CLEP tests that are available that are along lines with what we're doing, I will be having her take over time. This will be her first year doing that, studying for that, taking that. So I'm excited to see how that goes. The last curriculum I have to show you today is a new one that I purchased. It's called The Art of Argument. Now my husband, he saw that I got this curriculum and he was like, are you sure you want to teach them that? Because our children don't need any help in their ability to argue with us. Not that they're difficult, but they're kids and sometimes we debate. And in this house particular, I love a good discussion or debate. Unfortunately, I feel that being able to argue civilly, I'm not talking about fighting, but just to have a discussion or a debate civilly is a skill that is lost on, I would say, many, if not most people. And I would like for my children to be able to have the skills to have a discussion without throwing out personal insults or telling people they're not allowed to have their opinions or just being nasty. Like, people are nasty. I don't know why. I mean, I know why it's easy to get riled up when you're passionate about a topic, but it's just not productive to be a nasty human. And so this one talks about the informal fallacies. I already gave it a brief look inside. I think I like it. It comes with DVDs with video lessons. So if you're interested in more about this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and maybe even that bell so you can be notified when I come out with new videos and you can get that inside deep dive look with me at another time. The last thing that she will be doing for her 10th grade year is piano. She enjoys doing the piano independently. She's not always been a big fan of doing formal lessons, but I would like her to have that. That gives us, let me look, French, US history, algebra, Shakespeare, art of argument, story of science, mystery elective, and piano. So that actually gives her 8 courses that we will be working on. These courses will each give her 1/2 or a whole credit, depending on the amount of time that she puts into the course, the amount of depth that she studies into the course, towards her 10th grade year of high school. One of my favorite things about homeschooling high school is it is so much easier than I thought it was going to be. I was scared to homeschool high school. That is one of the arguments that people gave me most about homeschooling, is like, well, you can't homeschool them when they get to high school. You just can't. You don't have the skills. You don't have this. You don't have that. And it's just, they're so capable and so independent and so able to communicate with me and to work with other people. So if I don't understand something, we can get support from another source. If I don't understand something but I want to learn it, I can learn it alongside them. There are a lot of options. And it's nice to see that as high schoolers, or as a high schooler, she's still passionate about learning. Having homeschooled has allowed me to continue to foster that passion of learning rather than to crush it, as many kids end up when they get into high school. They just don't want to do it anymore, and she is still on board. So I'm really excited that we are at this point, and I look forward to seeing what this year brings for all of us. If you have a high schooler and you have a favorite curriculum that you would like to share with us, please drop a comment in the box below. Some of the things I have here, you might say, ooh, those look good. Some maybe won't work for you. I don't know. You have to pick what works best for your family. But if you have something in particular that you want to share, you can give other families ideas on what is out there. If you have any questions about any of the things that I've said here or any things I've shared, drop those in the comment box and I will do my best to answer them. Otherwise, I will catch you next time.